Sure. So my background is psychological research, and so what fascinates me is why people do what they do, what motivates them, why they make the decisions they make, and especially how their context and environment impact their choices. So my background is in applied psychological research, got a PhD in psychology and degrees in business, research, commercialization and teaching. And so my research focuses on consumer behaviour largely, and more recently how personal values impact consumer choices. Sure, so how I would explain data science to the average person, in a nutshell, data science involves a process, so the acquisition of data, the exploration and analysis of the data, then applying some sort of domain expertise and specific knowledge to be able to interpret what the data means, and then, and very importantly, applying that interpretation to then make good business decisions. Part of my role includes the profile data we have on our account holders. So not just what that data is, but then how we store and manage that, and how we can better utilise what we know about our account holders to provide value back to them. So I think it's really important at Pureprofile we care about giving this value exchange. So it's not just that account holders give their opinions and data but get nothing really in return. So part of my role is understanding what's important to our account holders so we can give back some value to them. So I've already had the opportunity with one of our big FMCG clients to participate in some brainstorming sessions where they wanted to test some new product ideas. And so basically, along with some colleagues, I went to this client, and within the space of a few hours, we brainstormed their new product ideas, developed concise surveys, put them live to our account holders, and had data back from their target consumers in such a short space of time. So basically, after these short sessions, our clients already had an idea of which product ideas were viable in their target market and which were not, so they could move forward so quickly. Something else I'm involved in is delivering workshops to our clients on understanding data sets and basic analyses. So that helps when we work together with the clients, but also in their everyday roles, if they have an understanding of just being able to read data and understand even at a basic level what it means, then I think they can do their job a lot better. But I think overall I bring like a rigour and a credibility to Pureprofile's consumer insights, and over time I will be developing some values-based products and services that I hope will really benefit our clients. Sure, so the Values Project is the reason I'm at Pureprofile. It's a big government-funded research study. So the Australian Research Council has funded this collaboration between Pureprofile and the University of Western Australia, and it's been going since 2016. So in 2016 I joined this project, and I was an academic at University of Western Australia working on the research side, and now I'm at Pureprofile on the industry side. What this project is all about is looking at how people's personal values and what's important to them in life affect their consumer decisions, and taking into account their age and life stage. Now, there has been research on values and consumer behaviour before, but generally it's a snapshot in time. So we collect one sample, it's a cross-sectional study, and therefore we can't really look at change over time. So what this study enables is we having 3 yearly data collections across people from 18 to 75, and we have 7,000 Australians in this study. And from this data, we can start to look at and pick apart how values impacts people's behaviour, how they spend their time, how they spend their money, and a whole range of other consumer behaviours. From my perspective, our industry is really good at sourcing, collecting, storing big data. We've got that down pat, and we've been doing that for a long time. Where the gap is though, is then analysing and interpreting this data and then applying that knowledge from the big data to make practical decisions. This is where we can learn from the tech industry. They're already doing this really well, using automation and artificial intelligence to comb through these massive data sets from multiple sources in order to analyze and interpret that data. So I feel like we can learn from the tech industry. My predictions is that we'll move beyond just this kind of collecting and storing it. And of course we analyze it, but often in smaller bits. We take a bit from this source or a little bit here and there, but we need to utilize the tech that we have. I think it's a really good question about getting girls and women interested in data science as a career. The education opportunities have changed dramatically over time. So when we look at primary school education now, kids are interacting with technology, of course, all day, every day, and they're learning to code from a young age. So I think now it's not so much about having gender stereotyped professions. So girls and boys, men and women are choosing the things that they're just inherently interested in and not because they're a girl or boy. So I think now gender is playing less of a role in, forcing people to choose a certain career. If you're interested in learning such skills, you're interested in data and understanding, interpreting people, I would really recommend pursuing getting into data science. There's a lot of options. So even if, at whatever age you are, but even if you're an adult in a different profession, there's a lot of ways you can upskill, learn about data science. It goes without saying that data science and all of the skills involved is only becoming more and more in demand. As a profession, we're seeing the need and demand for more and more data scientists. So if it's something that you're interested in, I would really encourage you to go out, educate yourself, go and talk to people and learn more about this profession.